and this is what I'm getting ready to tell you is very logical. You know, why did the heart stop? There could be several reasons. One, just the conduction in the heart stops, and then you have the pacemaker. But sometimes the conduction stops because the artery is not getting enough blood flow, and you have not had that checked out. Now, it can be checked out fairly easily, and you know that's the one thing we did not do because you haven't been well enough to do that.
Excuse me, with that file.
Maybe you had it done.
Yeah.
Maybe you had. I think you did. I just want to make sure you did. Let me look. Because you had some other tests done someplace.
Yeah, here are the tests, yes.
Okay, let me just look. You had an electrical, oh, here. Okay. Is that fairly, this is what I'm talking about. Is that fairly recent?
Yeah.
Pretty recent?
Yeah.
Okay, then you've been checked out. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So is there something wrong with that? Any blockage or anything?
It says that there's a scar there.
Yeah.
That means that, I'm not saying that's a fact, unless I would do a heart cath on you, but it's suggesting that they're underneath part of your heart. You may have had a heart attack, and that means a blocked artery blocked off and caused some damage to the underneath part at some point in the past. I can't tell you when that occurred, and I can't always, those tests are helpful, but they're not always totally accurate.
Yeah.
But what's important, it does not show any ischemia, which is current artery causing lack of blood flow to the heart that's causing you a problem, and it did not show that.
I see.
So you've had a pretty good workup, got your pacemaker, and now you're going back and you should be okay.
Okay.
All right? Now, I forgot about that. The other doctor had done all that.
Yeah.
So you're in good shape, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And when are you going back?
On the 20th, that'll make it about 25 days since the surgery.
Yeah. Well, it all looks fine. His thresholds, in other words, the amount of energy it takes to pace the heart is perfectly good. We've got a good setting on the, and there's been no events on the monitor, so he's in good shape, very good shape. So the answers are he gets back to Pakistan and he'll need to find a doctor eventually to check this.
Right.
Yeah. But
How soon should he maybe go in for another follow-up checkup of some kind?
3 months
After about 3 months.
at the start, so
So
by
another
January-
2 months.
mid-January he's gonna need to be seen and get that checked again.
Okay.
And then they can decide at that point how often, but.
now, we could, let's see.
I can make copies of that, I'm sure there's some other stuff that's
Right,
possible, but that's the main stuff right there.
I think she already explained to us to be, take caution regarding stretching your arm and raising it up and all that. So.
Yeah.
But especially with the luggage.
Right. No, he's not going to basically
Even,
touch that.
Putting it up and.
No, he's not going to be able to do that. They'll have some
Yeah,
help.
it helped, yeah.
We've already requested some special handling there at the airport and all that. So.
Yeah. Actually, the only reason about the raising the arm is not so you don't displace the lead.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello? Yes. Oh, yes, excuse me. Right, I'm just trying to figure out.
Do you have any other questions for us?
Yeah, he was explaining about raising the
Yes.
arm.
That's what I told you earlier, that linkage that we have to the heart, usually it's over here, so it's not as long, but when you come over here, you gotta make it extra longer. And they actually put a little curvature in that so that if you do move or whatever, it has room to kind of move, okay? But we don't really want it moving, so if you can, just make sure you're not extending the arm. That's why they don't want
No
you putting
stretching.
Yeah, no
reaching up.
stretching for a while. at least for that month period.
I see.
After you've gone through the 4th week or so, then you can start moving around a little bit more.
But
And
in the night when I sleep this way, can I turn this?
yes, of course. Yes,
Then it shows that there is some tension here.
it's because you've been babying it and not moving it around.
I see.
So, you know, when you don't move something, it gets stiff.
I see.
So you do want to kind of move, you can move the shoulder around and, you know, start moving stuff, but
Yeah.
just be very careful when you're raising.
That's all, and it's not that big a deal, I mean, he can get, you know, he can do this, just as long as he doesn't take this part here.
Stretch way up there.
Stretch
for-
There.
it, hyperextend.
Right.
This far is okay, as long
Okay.
as this part.
Right. And the other arm is no restriction on
No.
that side at all?
Because I'm shaving, then I can do this.
You can do, that's fine.
Hello?
Sounds good.
Yes,
Okay, we will let you set up and you can get all done up and we're ready to go, okay? Yeah, but about
Sounds good.
right before the 3 months, you might want to make sure that you get somebody, whether it be a cardiologist or someone that goes with the pacemakers, because I'm sure every country has their own set standards of how they do things. So, the companies that we use for pacemaker surveillance are worldwide. So,
Okay.
but somebody needs to check that and just make sure everything's going good, you know.
Yeah, they'll get somebody, because they have doctors in the family, so I'm sure
Yeah,
they'll recommend
he'll
somebody
be-
there,
he'll
so
be fine.
shouldn't be any
He'll be
problem.
fine.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what can you, can't you do.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.